In the very heart of Central Asia, along the legendary route where caravans once carried silk between China and the West, lies a land of turquoise domes and ancient wonders, Uzbekistan. Home to around 37 million people, this is the beating heart of the old Silk Road, a country of golden deserts and snow-capped mountains, of mud-walled fortresses and shimmering blue-tiled cities that look like something from a dream. For centuries it was one of the richest crossroads on Earth. Then for decades it lay hidden behind closed borders. Now at last it is opening to the world. This is Uzbekistan, seen from above. Welcome to Aerial Atlas. Uzbekistan covers around 447,000 square kilometers, and it holds a truly rare distinction. It is one of only two doubly landlocked countries on the entire planet, a nation surrounded entirely by other landlocked nations, with no sea for hundreds of miles in any direction. Much of the country is taken up by the vast, golden Kizilkum Desert, a sweeping emptiness of sand and scrub, while snow-capped mountains rise dramatically along its eastern edge. Its life flows from two great rivers, the Amu Darya and the Sirdarya, and is concentrated in the lush, fertile Fergana Valley. And to the northwest lies one of the great environmental tragedies of our age, the shrinking, ghostly remains of the Aral Sea, once one of the largest lakes on Earth, now a desert of rusting, stranded ships. For more than 2,000 years, this was the crossroads of the entire world. Along the Great Silk Road, caravans of camels carried silk, spices, paper, gunpowder, and ideas between the mighty empires of China, Persia, India, and Europe, in one of history's first great networks of global trade. The wealth that flowed through made great oasis cities rich and powerful beyond imagining, turning them into legendary centers of trade, science, learning, and art, places whose very names, Samarkand and Bukhara, still echo with romance, mystery, and the golden dust of 1,000 years of history. And the crown jewel of them all is Samarkand. At its very heart lies the Registan, perhaps the single most magnificent public square in all of the Islamic world, three vast, towering madrasas or religious schools, their facades covered in dazzling blue, turquoise, and gold mosaic that glitters in the sun. This was the glittering imperial capital of the great conqueror Timur, known in the West as Tamerlane, who filled it with architectural wonders. The colossal Bibi-Khanum Mosque, once among the largest in the world, and the exquisite Gur-e Amir, his own royal tomb, resting in eternal peace beneath its perfect, fluted dome of brilliant ribbed blue. Then there is Bukhara, one of the holiest and most ancient cities in all of Central Asia, a true living museum, where more than 2,000 years of continuous history still stand. Here rises the great Kalyan Minaret, a towering brick column so vast and so awe-inspiring that legend says even Genghis Khan himself, who destroyed so much, ordered that it be spared. Around it spreads an old town that is a magical maze of domes, soaring madrasas, busy bazaars, and covered trading domes, almost completely unchanged for centuries. A perfectly preserved window straight into the lost world of the Silk Road. And deep in the desert stands Khiva, perhaps the most magical and dreamlike of them all. Its inner town, the Ichin Kala, is a complete, intact walled city of sand-colored mud brick, ringed by mighty ramparts and bristling with a forest of minarets, madrasas, and palaces, including the fat, gleaming, turquoise, unfinished tower of the Kalta Miner. To walk its quiet, ancient lanes at sunset, as the sandy walls and towers glow a deep honey gold, is to step directly, completely, into the pages of 1,001 Arabian Nights. Uzbekistan's history is, above all, the history of great empires. This was the homeland of Timur, whose vast Timurid empire stretched across much of Asia, and of his remarkable grandson Ulugh Beg, a brilliant prince and astronomer who built a giant observatory and mapped the positions of more than 1,000 stars with an accuracy that would not be matched for centuries. Later came the age of the desert khanates, then conquest by the expanding Russian Empire, and 70 long years as a republic within the Soviet Union, before Uzbekistan finally, peacefully, won its full independence in 1991. This is a land of extraordinary craftsmanship and deep, living tradition. Uzbek artisans are absolute masters of glittering ceramics and brilliant blue tile, of vibrant silk ikat fabrics dyed in dazzling, rippling patterns, of delicate hand-stitched Suzani embroidery and fine, knotted carpets. Woven through all of it is a culture that is warm, proud, and devout, where ancient Islamic learning, the elegance of Persian poetry, and deep Turkic and nomadic roots all meet and mingle in music, in dance, and in one of the most generous, heartfelt traditions of hospitality anywhere on earth. Beyond the great cities lies a country of striking and surprising natural beauty. The fertile Fergana Valley, cradled in the mountains and shared with its neighbors, is the green and densely crowded heartland of the nation, famous across the region for its fruit, its silk, and its cotton. To the east, the Chimgan and the soaring Tian Shan Mountains offer cool, pine-clad peaks, alpine lakes, and even skiing, all within easy reach of the capital. And everywhere, the bustling bazaars overflow with the legendary melons, sweet apricots, and ruby pomegranates, for which this sun-drenched land has been famous since antiquity. And then there is the food, hearty, generous, and full of flavor. The beloved national dish is plov, a magnificent feast of rice, slow-cooked with carrots, onions, meat, and cumin in a giant cauldron, and shared joyfully by the whole community at weddings and gatherings. There are flaky samsa pastries baked on the walls of clay ovens, sizzling skewers of grilled shashlik, and round, golden loaves of naan bread, stamped with beautiful patterns and treated almost as sacred, never to be placed upside down, and all of it washed down always with endless small bowls of green tea. Tashkent, the capital, is the largest city in all of Central Asia. A green, spacious, modern metropolis of broad tree-lined boulevards, grand Soviet-era monuments, and a famously beautiful underground metro, where each station is a palace of marble, mosaic, and chandeliers. After so many decades hidden away from the world, Uzbekistan is now opening fast, reforming its economy, welcoming travelers visa-free, and building boldly on its great riches of gold, natural gas, and cotton, all powered by one of the youngest and most dynamic populations anywhere in the entire region. And in 2026, Uzbekistan will achieve a truly historic, long-awaited dream, qualifying for the very first time ever in its history for the FIFA World Cup. The national team, the White Wolves, have risen steadily to become a genuine force in Asian football, and now an entire nation of millions is bursting with pride and disbelief. After more than 2,000 years standing at the great crossroads of history, watching empires pass, Uzbekistan now steps out, for the first time, onto the very greatest stage in all of world sport, marching proudly on towards 2026. The shining heart of the Silk Road, of turquoise domes and desert fortresses, of Samarkand and Bukhara and Khiva, of ancient empires, master craftsmen, and a brand new World Cup dream. That was Uzbekistan from above. If you enjoyed the journey, subscribe. Here on Aerial Atlas, we fly over a new country every single day.